International Affair with Simone Amelia, aka Boss Lady. The Cut Channel Dash Radio. I'm here with Uncle Murda.
Yeah.
Everyone's favorite uncle.
Yeah.
I caught something in another interview that you did that you were signed to Ruff Ryders, and I didn't know that before.
I was signed to Ruff Ryders like way back, and I swear I love the whole Ruff Ryders, man. That's like really family right there, man. Shout out to D, Y, Swiss, Kiss, Style, Chic, everybody over there, man.
Yeah, D is actually a very good friend of mine as well. What year, like when?
This was like...
What era of Ruff Ryders were you signed to them?
I was around...
before Roc-A-Fella?
Yeah, before Roc-A-Fella.
Wow.
I was around Ruff Ryders like... I signed to them like 2000, 2001. But I was around them since like 97. And you know why I really loved them so much? Because I remember I had an incident with the law at the time. Allegedly, I was on the run, for shooting somebody. So, you know, I was...
Who, Uncle Murda was allegedly shooting somebody?
Somebody like Uncle Murda. Well, I don't know why they think I was shooting somebody. But, you know, so I had that situation, and I was evading the law at the time.
Allegedly.
Yeah, allegedly. So, I heard the Locks on the radio, and I heard the Ruff Ryders. They was up there popping mad shit, talking about
money, power, respect.
Yeah, they was going in. So I'm like, yo, damn. If anybody gonna fail me and give me a shot, it gotta be these dudes right here that's just so street. Like, they just represent the streets so much in their music.
Yes.
So I heard them on the radio station, and I rolled up to the radio station like, fuck that. Me and my peoples rolled up.
Oh, they were doing an interview?
They were doing the interview. So I just waited outside for them, and I started spitting for them. And I knew they had to feel my story, and they was like, yo, damn, you sound like you going through that.
For D&Y?
For D&Y and Styles. You know what I'm saying? Spit it. D put me in the car.
They said you sound like you're going through it now. And you're like, well,
But really, I said, damn. You know what I mean?
Allegedly.
So, allegedly. So they put me in the car, and I told them my situation. Like, yo, I'm on the run for X, Y, and Z. And they said, so what you think gonna happen? I said, well, I don't think, you know, the kid is gonna go all the way with it because, you know, he kind of tough too. He shoot people. He probably thought he was gonna die, but I don't think he's gonna go all the way to court with it. I said, so I think a few more months I should be good, and then we can probably do business. And they just found that to be so hilarious. It was like, you know what?
but the honesty was just there.
You rolling. So from there, D just had me around. Like, I used to just get over D and here, just have me in the studio.
And you were young then.
I was young at that time, like 16, 17. So he just had me around, and me just seeing certain shit like that, you know, seeing how shit worked and all that. Then I had lost touch with them for a little while. And then my boy Cooch, from Two Hands at the time, was working with them. Me and him hooked back up. Then he hooked me back up with them. And then we ended a deal like 2002.
And how much music did you make over there?
Yeah, I made a lot of music over there, man. Like, that's when I actually did a few records with Earl Hayes, rest in peace at the time.
Wow.
Because he was signed to them over there too at that time. Connected with Mayweather and them, they was doing like the joint venture situation. Yeah, me and Earl Hayes and me and him became like good homies over there, man. That was my homie, man. Word. So.
What kind of a teenager was Uncle Murda?
Ambitious, because it was so, I had so much negative things, and I had to grow up fast. Like, you know, my mother passed away when I was 13. No fathers around. Had 3 little brothers, and it was my grandmother holding us down, and we living in the projects. And you know, out there it's just rough. And then I felt like I had to grow up a little faster because it was just my grandmother and then my
So you
little
went
brothers.
from boy to man.
The boy to man fast, and then it wasn't like there was so many great opportunities where I'm from as far as working and things of that nature to get money to be able to get the things you want. So I had to, you know, play the streets and things of that nature, get caught up
Do
in
a lot of alleged
like that.
things.
Yeah, and do all the alleged things they say.
Alleged, yeah. So, you went from Ruff. Did you go from Ruff Ryders to Roc-A-Fella? How did that work?
Yeah, but it was after things didn't work out with Ruff Ryders as far as like with them and their distribution situation. You know, just beefs you go through with the label
Of course.
and things of that
There was a lot
nature.
of
They had a lot of
yeah.
issues, and they see, you know, they see how I was trying to move and keep it, and that's why I love them. Like, yo, just gonna be a thing. Like, we trying to figure out our shit, and I see you want to move and be active, so go ahead. We're not gonna sit here and hold you up while our shit get straight over here with these dudes. So always got a great relationship with them, and then I was just grinding from here. Then a few years later, I wound up hooking up with Green Lantern. And
My brother Green Lantern.
Yes.
And then
Yes.
he started going hard on the radio with some of my music, telling people like, "Yo, this Uncle Murda guy is different." You know what I'm saying? So then we eventually got.
Because you've always been clever. Sorry to cut you off, but you were different.
Definitely.
You were street, but you were kind of funny at times.
Yeah, exactly. I make you laugh. I like to say the realest shit, but also have a sense of humor with it, where you could just really feel it. Like when you hear it, you like, damn. It's either I've been through that, I know somebody that been through that, or I think about things.
Because you know what, you gotta do that.
Otherwise, if it's too heavy all the time, you're gonna go crazy.
Yeah, you're gonna kill the people. You make the people not interested when you sound so serious all the time. Like, all right, then you just that way. So I try to let them know, even when I'm talking crazy, I got a sense of humor.
Absolutely.
I make you laugh while saying the realest shit.
And that to me is the most entertaining hip hop that there is. So
you went from Ruff
Ryders
to Roc-A-Fella, and then that you were there for a little.
I was there for a hot minute because rest in peace, Chris Lighty. We had went over there and got the deal. Me, him, Green. We had went over there and got the deal, and probably like a little while after that, we had got the situation. Jay-Z left Def Jam, and that's the guy we was communicating with. Like whenever we had a meeting up there at Def Jam, dealing with Chris Lighty, we'd go straight to Jay-Z's office. So it was never like
no middleman.
I never built no relationships with nobody else really like that in the building because of Chris Lighty. It was straight to Jay-Z. So when Jay-Z left, it was kind of like, and I understand. That's why I don't be bitter about things, or you don't hear me going and rant like up Def Jam and things of that nature. No, because I get it. I was up there dealing with Jay-Z at the time. Jay-Z left. Nobody up there really know where my project started, where it was, or how we was going to end it. They was kind of like,
I totally get that. When your point person leaves the team, then you as a priority, it's just not. It just doesn't.
And they got a whole bunch of other artists up there ready. What's going on? So I get it. I just asked for a clean release.
Yeah.
And they gave us a clean release.
And then eventually, did you end up with L.A. Reid?
And I went there. It's crazy because L.A. Reid was at the first situation.
It was a Def Jam.
So then we wound up going to get the situation at Epic. A little time later, we wound up going to get the situation at Epic with L.A. Reid, and once again, that was through Chris Lighty. God bless. So me and him, when he got the situation, me and him, my partner Cooch, when he got the situation,
he was a true champion for artists.
Like Chris Lighty, he was the guy that got all my deals besides the Ruff Ryders one. Chris Lighty was like my secret weapon. You know what it was? And this is what Green Lantern used to like, because Chris Lighty allowed me to talk crazy. He know what I wanted to do. He knew the type of artist I was.
And he knew you were
authentic too.
Exactly. So he's like, you know what? Talk your shit. Get it hot. And we know Chris Lighty is going to go in there and hit the cleanup. He going to go in there, get the deal, and get everything straight. So all we got to do is stick to our script, talk crazy, get these streets buzzing. Chris going to get the deal. So we when he got the deal with Epic, and things was going good. I just did the record with French. Just went out to Atlanta to shoot the video. We had the record moving, the money worked with me and French, and then a little time after that was the unfortunate situation with Chris Lighty. But then once again, like I get it, I'm a realist. So if when I'm going up the Epic and I'm just walking in with Chris Lighty and we going straight to L.A. Reid office or Biddy Pugh office, just those guys. We're not really building with nobody else or building a relationship with nobody else. So once again, when Chris Lighty passes away, God bless, it's like with them kind of like, L.A. Reid's not dealing with me one-on-one, and I get it like for right now. It's like L.A. Reid, Uncle Murda is like, that Chris Lighty in the middle of that is cool. But just him dealing with me, I could get why it's like, oh, hold up. No, let me figure some things out. So then it was back to the same.
It's funny, sorry to cut you off, when you fast forward it now, like Bobby Shmurda is a young kid, was signed to Epic and L.A. Reid too, and it was probably the same situation for him too, like as the artist. There's kind of direct contact, but then there's not.
It's not really no contact like that. It's like, and you got to get it. And I understand because L.A. Reid is in a different space in his life, and he really interacts with different kind of music than say my music or Bobby Smurda music, so I get it.
Yes.
You know what
So
I'm saying?
So now,
what's your
situation now?
Right now it's all about GMG and ATM.
Okay.
And we got, you know, people calling, and we about to see what's up because we generate a lot of buzz out here. So it never stops.
Yeah.
But this time it's just about making sure we got a little control in the situation and making sure we do build a relationship.
And you've got a strategy about what's going to come, 6 months to a year and all of that. Because you're still young.
Exactly.
You know, I think people would think because of
the reputation
that you have and your name has been around for a minute, but you're still...
Yeah, I'm still young. I'm still out here feeling good. I feel like I'm on my prime. I'm feeling good. I got a lot more stuff to get off my chest.
Speaking of which, let's talk about this
new single
that's coming out.
Which you know,
real M words know what it's called,
and I hate when you guys mix it because I can't say the word.
Whatever it
is. So talk about the track.
Reefer out of ATM and Miles Williams, and it just feel good featuring we got my boy Young Greatness on there, and it just feel good. He's an artist out of New Orleans. He's super dope. I think he's gonna bring a lot to the game as well. He's just real dope and passionate about his music.
Well, New Orleans has a great track record.
Yeah, definitely do. Yeah. So shout out to him. And the record just feel good. It's a good feeling record. You know, I'm on there talking crazy as usual, doing what I do, but making it sound real smooth and good to the ears.
Okay.
And I just think people gonna like this track. It just feel good.
Nice. All right, so let's get into this. This is the new track, and we will be back with more Uncle Murda. This is International Affair.
Yeah.
With Boss Lady.